Today's news, police officer booked for masturbating in public.
I want to just cut to the chase with this one. The 44-year-old police officer exposed himself on July 23rd, but in this short article, it also states that on June 18th, another police officer who's 43 was arrested for masturbating in a parking lot in Incheon. And on June 16th, Kim Sang-hyun, the third baseman for the KT Wiz, which is the professional baseball league in Korea, was booked without detention for masturbating in his car while watching a female college student. And there's more.
Seems that there's a problem in Korea with masturbating in public if you're a dude.
There's a lot of different points that we could make. I think one of the main points is they should just legalize prostitution. Another main point that they should definitely implement in Korea is to just open up the floodgates on the internet for pornography. Like, just let them have it. Let them have it and let them jack off in their living room. Excuse my, worked upness. But they don't have good pornography in Korea at all. I mean, for me, who's a very casual pornography viewer, okay, I'm a man, so I go look at porno very occasionally on the internet. Let's just be completely upfront, all right? In Korea, all of the sites that I use here, I could not access there unless I had a VPN, and you and I did not use a VPN when we lived in Korea. I would, in Korea, search for very obscure pornography websites that the Korean government hadn't found yet to block. And so, for instance, there was a period of time where I was using this French site that I would go to. Yeah, it was just awful quality, but I'm not that so unsophisticated when it comes to the internet, and Koreans aren't either. But I'm sure a lot of those guys there, as you know, because we live there, not everybody's really good with technology. Most of them don't know how to access it. The VPN is the only route, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't using a VPN. I mean, it's not China there. The internet's pretty much free and wide open except for pornography. This is just my thoughts. A lot of you are girls who are watching this for the most part. More than 80% of you are women. I checked. It was like 84% when I looked at the analytics this morning. I know you don't care about this. Majority of you are not going on and thinking about pornography when you use the internet. But men, almost hands down completely, gay or straight doesn't matter, are. Unless you're in your 50s or older and then maybe your sex drive's gone down. Anyways, go ahead.
I was going to say, some girls look at pornography too. The two things that stood out to me were sexual repression, which is what you're talking about, how they're sexually repressed, they don't have access to pornography, prostitution is illegal. We also talked a couple of weeks ago about how sex within marriage is not always something that's done very regularly. And so it's very innocent, if you will, looking on the outside, but there's a lot of sexual repression within the country that is going to have consequences that act out negatively within a public sphere.
There's a lot of people in public all over the place, so it's very easy for a man to sit in his car, for instance, and just look out at whatever because he's sitting in his car with his hand down here, and nobody can really see what he's doing unless you walk right up to the car.
And that was the other thing I was going to get to, is a lot of people in Korea live in very close quarters, close proximity, and if a guy wants to masturbate, where's he going to do it? Maybe he sleeps in the living room with his kids and his wife, or maybe they're next door, or maybe he just doesn't have privacy, so the only privacy he has is in his car. I'm not saying that that's the case of all of these guys, or especially not the KT Wiz guy. I don't know what his deal is. Maybe it's some Tiger Woods type shit. But
they shouldn't be doing this in public. They should make masturbating in public a bigger offense than going and soliciting a prostitute. But things are so screwed up over there with laws because they've adopted American laws, and American laws are really screwed up. A lot of laws need to be changed. Some laws need to be taken off the books. Other laws need to be applied that service people in the 21st century who are all using the internet. And we don't have laws on the books like that. We just keep adding laws and adding laws and adding laws, and more people end up getting in trouble for very minor infractions. And some of the things that are really important, like somebody masturbating on a bus when he's drunk because there's a woman sitting there, like, that's not good. Like, that guy should get in some serious trouble.
And he was booked without detention, but maybe he should have gotten some detention.
Maybe.
What are your thoughts on this ridiculousness? Comments!
Do you live in Korea? If you do, what's your reaction to not having pornography at all if you're a man or even if you're a woman? Or if you're looking at this from the outside, you've never been to Korea, do you think that it will help to allow anybody who wants to use the internet freely so that way, in the privacy of their own home, they're doing what they want instead of going out in public and disrupting innocent people who just happen to be walking by?
Ooh.
Click the like button. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And we'll see you next time. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye!